Good afternoon. I'm Sean Yao, and this is One News Now. Presidential daughter and Davao City Mayor Sara Duterte is calling on her father to stand by his decision to run as vice president. In a statement, the Davao City Mayor revealed that the president personally confirmed to her that he will be running for VP with Senator Bongo as president. Mayor Sara told President Duterte and Senator Go to publicly own up to their decision to run and present to the people what they can offer to our country. The potential presidential then advised the two to stop talking about her and to stop making her the reason to decide whether they will run or not. All this comes after presidential spokesman Harry Roque confirmed that the president said he will be stepping aside out of delicadeza if Sara decides to run. Roque also said that if that happens, Senator Bongo, the candidate endorsed by the ruling PDP Laban Party for president, will also be giving way.
Sabi niya, kung tatakbo si Mayor Sara, Bong is out. Ako naman, dahil sa delikadeza, hindi po pwedeng dalawang Duterte ang tatakbo. Yan po ang mga binitawang salita kahapon ng ating presidente.
Budget Department has issued a special allotment release order worth more than 311 million pesos. This is for the long overdue allowances of some healthcare workers. Health Secretary Francisco Duque III earlier said the budget will cover 20,156 medical frontliners who have yet to receive their special risk allowances. Senators are now urging the Health Department to adopt a liberal approach in granting allowances to health workers. They reiterated that all health frontliners, regardless of whether they were directly exposed to COVID-19 patients or not, should receive benefits from the government. President Duterte has given the DOH and the DBM 10 days to distribute the allowances. And the province of Cebu has pushed through with its much criticized policy requiring all public utility vehicle drivers and conductors to wear personal air purifiers. We have Jenny Dongon joining us from on the ground for the latest. Jenny, how's day one of this new personal air purifier policy going in Cebu?
Sean, all drivers and conductors here at the Cebu North Bus Terminal are seen wearing personal air purifiers on the first day of the implementation of the new policy. We talked to the drivers and majority of them admitted that they had to borrow money to buy the device. Others just opted to cancel their trips for fear of being penalized because they can't afford the air purifiers. Under an executive order signed by Governor Gwendolyn Garcia, PUV drivers and conductors who fail to wear air purifiers will be fined from 5,000 to 10,000 pesos. The policy covers all buses, minibuses, and aircon and non-aircon taxis across Cebu province. Traditional jeepneys and tricycles are exempted from the new rule. The Cebu province pushed through with its implementation despite the health department remarks that air purifiers do not protect its users from COVID-19. The agency warned that the device could in fact result in a false sense of security and complacency among its users. But Garcia stood firm that is an added protection. She added that no less than President Duterte had encouraged her to use an air purifier. The local chief noted that they need to step up their COVID-19 response amid the threat of the Delta variant.
The use of personal air purifiers as well as room air purifiers with HEPA filters, we are employing as an added protection, as an enhancement, so to speak, on top of existing health protocols.
Sean, the LTFRB said it will start issuing traffic citation ticket and charging those who will violate the executive order. Sean.
Thank you so much for that update and stay safe down there in Cebu City. That was News 5's Jenny Dongon reporting to us live. Thank you. We're going to be back with more stories after this quick break. Keep it here. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. Vaccine czar Carlito Galvez Jr. has denied allegations that they are delaying the tripartite deals on vaccine procurement. Shyla Francisco with the story.
The national government has yet to sign the multi-party agreement for the purchase of COVID-19 vaccines. Lawmakers said the deal with local governments and the private sector amount to some 10 million doses. With this, resolutions to review the MPAs and the supposed delays have been filed in Congress. But vaccine czar Carlito Galvez Jr. was quick to explain the reasons behind the alleged holdup. For one, he said manufacturers are not interested in MPAs as these will complicate contract and coordination. Galvez added that some vaccine brands are prioritizing orders from national governments, while others are either no longer accepting orders, not open to multi-party deals, or have yet to secure approvals.
Hold yung tripartite agreement. Hindi po namin dinidelay. Ang ginagawa lang po namin is yung due diligence. Katulad po ng ginagawa ng DOH, ganun din po ang ginagawa po namin. Kaya po talagang gusto po namin na yung pera ng LGU at saka ng pera ng private sector, hindi po sila mapapahamak.
That reasoning is not sufficient enough for me. Why don't we allow NPAs pa? Or when in fact the law provides for it.
Garin, who chairs the Economic Affairs Committee, pointed out the need to vaccinate more to kickstart the economy. She also noted that some islands and communities outside NCR need vaccines due to a surge in COVID cases.
Should the LGU decide and allot their own money? And why not? Why not? And it's not about competing with the national government. This is not a competition. If we have open resources, if we have resources from the local government in which national government doesn't have access, why not? We can place safeguards the money. We can place safeguards that it should not hinder the vaccination program.
Garin said MPAs can help the national government in providing more funds to secure supply, and distributors agree.
We can only move and import in if all of the government requirements, including the multi-party agreements, are approved. So supply is present.
Lawmakers are hoping that the government can fast-track the signing of MPAs, especially with the threat of the Delta variant. Shaila Francisco, we are One News.
Time to take a quick look at today's other top stories. Moderna has submitted its request to allow the use of its COVID-19 vaccines on adolescents aged 12 to 17. FDA Director General Eric Domingo said that on August 19, Moderna submitted an application to amend the emergency use authorization of its jab. Experts are expected to come up with a decision next week. The Interior Department has deferred the deadline of cash aid distribution in Metro Manila to August 31 after the NCR mayors appealed for an extension. So far, the NCR LGUs have distributed around 80% of the 11.2 billion peso ayuda to beneficiaries as of August 24. LGUs were supposed to finish distributing today, and they were initially given 15 days to complete the payout. 22 repatriated Filipinos from Afghanistan arrived in the Philippines today. They touched down at the Ninoy Aquino International Airport aboard a Philippine Airlines flight at around 11 a.m. The 22 were among the hundreds evacuated from Kabul to London by the British military airlift mission. The Philippine Embassy in London assisted the Filipinos from Afghanistan with securing their flight tickets back to Manila. For more updates, visit News 5, the Philippine Star, and Business World online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on the Signal Play app. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. Masks on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. I'm Sean Yao. We are One News.